Today's video is going to be a really good one because it's all about formation prioritizing. So how to level up your account on Age of Empires Mobile, because at the end of the day, a lot of you guys are making the mistake of leveling 3 to 5 marches all at the same time. I'm going to tell you, logistically, that's not going to work out, because the sad reality is, if you've got 5 marchers on the field that are 1 or 2 stars with gear that's like level 10 to 20 each, and they've not really got even a good ring attached to them, you're going to die. I'm going to be honest, you're going to die. And that's just the reality when you go against someone with a 4-star, 5-star lineup, level 40, 60 gear on their account, and they've actually worked on their march. And that is because of the simple truth is you're gaining too many stats in one march that makes it almost like a god. So the first thing we need to do is get rid of that bad habit. All of you right now that are trying to level up multiple marches, get rid of that bad habit right now. And what we're going to do is introduce this brand new way of approaching the game. And I'm going to call it the 3-stage leveling concept. And if you just follow this, I promise you, you will make your game super easy. And the way it works is having 3 different aspects divided up. So the first thing is leveling up characters. So this is broken down into hero leveling and then into skill leveling on your commanders, because as you guys know, every time you level up your hero or your hero skills, it costs more and more all the way up to level 40. But once it's 40'd, it's done. It's completed, it's maxed out, and you're good as golden. Once you've done that, you have the next leveling stage, which I'm going to call the hero gear stage. And this is, as you can imagine, when you're unlocking gear for your account to level up and obviously get the gems for that gear to make it even more powerful. This is a big game changer because all of these extra stats that you're gaining is going to put a massive disadvantage over your enemies who don't have them, right? If they don't have any of this, that's the biggest disadvantage ever, and that's because they haven't leveled up their gear correctly. Then the third one, as you guys can imagine, is going to be the good old signet ring, right? The signet ring grind. And the thing is, with these 3 different stages, if you split up anything in the game into these 3 categories, it's going to make your life easier, because the thing is, you will be working at the very start of the game on one march. And the first march for me was my Mulan, my Attila, and my Rani. And as you can see, I'm leveling it all up, and I did take a pause, as you can see, on the Rani, which is where my even mistake, where I'm owning up into this video, all honesty, transparency, as you guys know, we're all about that on this channel. Even I fell for that mistake, where I haven't finished level 40 on these skills, and that's something I completely forgot about because I honestly thought I already did. And the thing is, by doing this and having all of these skills level 40, like I have on my Attila and like on my Mulan, it means I can then work on a second march to level. And you'll notice by doing this and following my formula, you will start to create a cascading effect, meaning once you've leveled up all of your heroes, so level 120, level 120, level 120, you would start working on your second formation, which would have been, for me, Miyamoto, Tribuana, and then obviously Yodit. I would get these guys then to level 120, level 120, and then get this one to level 120. This would mean then I have 2 full marches of 6 heroes, all level 120, through the leveling phase, because I've focused on one march, and then I've started on the second march. And the thing is, you'll notice as you're leveling up this second march, you're going to be working still on this first one, because you're going to be working on the gear. So all the gears level 40, at least for the epic levels. And then as the legendaries come, you're going to be pushing to level 60 to get that gem unlock for the gear. And once it's level 60, you're going to stop for now and then work on the next piece of, gear for your second formation. And that's kind of the way you want to do this. Prioritize one thing at a time. Don't overcomplicate it. And by doing this, you will ease up the burden, because as you'll notice, my Mulan level 40 on the gear and really good stars that I'm working on. Going into the Attila level 40 again, working on the stars. I literally need to just upgrade these purple stars on here and we're good as golden again on this hero. Going to the Rani now, again level 40 across here with the stars unlocked. Happy as days, but I need to finish the level 40 on this one, which is what we're going to be doing. You can see we have all of the requirements. If I hit hold to upgrade, I will be leveling up this gear to level 40. Once it's done, I made a mistake to level 41, it's fine. But once we get it to level 40, all we need to do now is, as you can imagine, work on the next bit of gear. Because to be honest, level-wise, I'm actually quite happy with this march, meaning I'm going to cascade down and start leveling up the gear for my Miyamoto march. So you'll notice I'm still working on technically multiple marches, but I've made sure I've prioritized one, made it as powerful as I can, and then start on the second one. And as soon as you get to that point, like I am doing with my Miyamoto march, you'll notice my skills aren't level 40 here because I'm working on this one since we were working on the Yodit last. But once we've done that, guess what? We're going to be doing the gear side of things now. And once we've done the gear side of things, my third march that I'm working on is going to start leveling up, which is the Lubumon. As you can see, we're almost max here from using him in the tribes because we're leveling up our Guan Yu. And once Guan Yu's leveled up, well, guess what? We can work on our next commander. And yes, some people say Harold. I'm not going to be working on Harold. My third commander I'm going to be working on is actually going to be Bellevue. As you can imagine, I only need to get 19 levels on her. And once I get those 19 levels, anyone who's got a big smart brain is already knowing what I'm going to say. But it means I can put my Attila in the Lubu march and insert the Bellevue in this march. And as you can see, I will then have 3 marches, all level 120. I definitely have gear for archers at level 40. And then maybe on my infantry, I might have level 20 gear by the time I have done that, right? But you'll notice by completing this 3-stage, workaround, it eases up the burden. It makes things easier and it makes your life a little bit easier when it comes to what you want to invest into, what marches you're going to be focusing on, because at the end of the day, like everyone who's probably watched this video, your account could look completely different to mine, right? I have gone down the warrior route, as you guys can clearly see, all about warriors, warriors, warriors. But you might have some tacticians. You might be running Hannibal. You might be running marshals, right? You might be running the Julius Caesar march. Who knows? But everything is the same when it comes to leveling, when it comes to prioritizing and actually maximizing on your march. If you follow my video and you actually follow it down to a T, you will thank me. And honestly, I'm, like I said, owning up to it. I have even ignored my own advice by forgetting to hit level 40, as you can clearly see on these 2 running skills, which is what I need to do to actually finish the power of this actual march. Because once I've done that, I can work on the skills of other commanders that I need to get to level 40. And by doing that, you will have your power marches. They'll work in at full capacity like you want them to. And you won't be running around with marches that are like level 30 and then like looking at some other marches like my Guan Yu with level 19, 15. You won't have this problem because you've actually sat down, you prioritize, and you fought what you need to do correctly. And that's what even I'm going to be doing. Like I said, I'm straightening up. I'm slapping myself in the face. We need to get ourselves in order and focus the fuck up when it comes to Age of Empires Mobile. Let's just say that. So hopefully this video has been a good one and you've learned the way that I would advise to level up your formations, level up your levels, your skills first, obviously on your main march. You're going to be leveling up the gear on that march too, and then the signet ring on that march. Once you finish the leveling process, well, on the second march, you're going to start leveling up that bad boy. And yes, you will craft gear anyway, which might land on it. Just equip the gear that you need to equip on it ready. And then once you're ready, start leveling this gear up once you've finished your first march's gear. And you'll notice as you're doing things, the only thing that you should be working on this first march will be the signet ring. The second march, all you're going to be working on is the gear. And then technically on your third march, you're leveling it up. So then once you've done, well, guess what? The leveling's done on this one. The gearing will be done on the second one. And then obviously the signet ring's done on the third one. And you just shift it down. You keep moving it about. So hopefully you've learned, hopefully you've understood how I approach the game. And if you agree with me, smash a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you think you should approach the game when it comes to Age of Empires Mobile, because let's be real, it's a hard game and it doesn't really do a good job at teaching players on what they need to do on their accounts. So until the next one, stay safe, stay sneaky, peace out.